Allowing your muscles to start to open up to the ground. Let our breath start to flow. Each day I like to connect us with a different intention. So our idea that we're thinking of today is the idea of flow. So flow, or getting in the zone, is something that athletes are always trying to strive for. Meditators, that's what they get into. Artists oftentimes touch upon it. It's kind of that brain wave that's past our thinking brain. It's a little bit deeper and slower. So from here, right leg goes up to the sky, grab onto it. Left leg drops down to the ground. A couple of breaths to give that hamstring its first good tug of the day. And from here, as your left knee comes back in, try to cross the right knee tightly over. Some people can grab onto the knees. If you can slip down to the ankles, that's the grip we're trying to go for, making sure head can comfortably drop back down. And I'll say here, you're always allowed to modify as your body needs to be comfortable and to be able to work very effectively. So always know that you can take it easier. Just do what your body can do. A good inhale. Exhale, arms spread open to left and right again. The legs that the units are crossed in, the legs are crossed into. Take that unit, tilt it all the way over to the left. And just start to feel some of those muscles across the hip, the back, the spine, all these things spreading open. And especially connect with trying to breathe into the belly still. Good. Return the hips to the ground. Both legs go straight up to the sky. Let the legs open out wide, taking it 3, and then squeeze them together. 2, squeeze. 1, squeeze, and then open back out. Let the hands rest on the inner thighs, helping to weigh the legs open. Legs back up, grab onto the left leg. Let the right leg start to drop down toward the ground. And let's tune into that left hamstring. See how it feels. Right knee comes back in. Do the tight cross of the left thigh over. Try to grab on maybe to knees, maybe to ankles. So there's gentle pulling inward. Arms start to spread open. The legs in this crossed shape fall all the way over to the right. Deep inhale. Exhale. And as hips go back down, take both legs back up to sky. 3 cycles again, legs open out wide. And join them together. 2, 1. And this time we'll take happy baby. So that the knees start to bend open. Maybe you can just reach up for shins, that's great. If you can reach outer feet, let those hips have a couple of moments to just expand open. If there's movements that you like, such as rocking left and right, or letting a leg straighten up to sky and then switching, all of it's welcome. Take whatever you need. And as we release, we'll start to come up to a seated place. Sometimes it feels nice to roll like a ball a few times, just rocking up and back on the spine. If that's not what you prefer, that's okay, just come up. We'll eventually all head into a nice cobbler pose shape. Sooner or later, it's up to you exactly when you get there. As we start to rise up, let's open the legs out to a nice wide angle. Know that if the hips are pulling you back, knees bent is okay, straight can be nice too. Let's find the floor in front of us and just feel how much our body wants to ease forward. We'll start to walk our hands closer to the right leg. Closer to the left leg. As we go back forward, maybe there's another inch or so we can deepen through our experience. Good. Easing our way up. Let's take just an easy cross-leg shape. We'll do a little bit of breathing. This one's one that kind of pumps our lungs all the way as full as we can get and then squeezing it back out. So our arms are helpful because when we float up, that creates extra space for the lungs. And then when we hold down, it's almost like our elbows are trying to push some of that last bit of air out. So whenever you're ready and at your own pace, inhale, we reach up, exhale down. Let's do about 10 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you drop your hands down for a moment, bring a hand to your belly and a hand to your heart and just feel your body breathing. I personally love to breathe first into the belly and then the hand at the heart rises. Exhale, heart down, belly down. So just feel yourself breathing, shifting the hands around as if they're being moved by an ocean wave. Take 2 more relaxing breaths. Good. As we start to come up over onto hands and knees, keep on playing with that rhythm of the breath as we start to take some cat-cows. So follow your exhale, cat. Inhale, belly down, gaze up, cow. Just follow your breath. It can be faster than others, it can be slower. Find your own rhythm. One more cycle. And we'll exaggerate that movement even further. Walk the hand a little bit further forward to the top. So as we do our cat, we're shifting back a little bit, so the full side round back. When we go toward that cow, kind of undulate through your spine until the head comes up very last, just an easy cobra. Good, and follow your exhale, shifting back. Inhale, rolling through your spine forward. And again, just follow your exhales and inhales. Trying to find that state of flow. Honestly, working with the breath is one of the easiest ways to get there. The breath takes us so deeply internal. Whatever your pace is, take 3 more. When we finish our third, you can take plank or kneeling plank for lowering belly to the ground. Slide the elbows right underneath. And then we'll take ourselves right into a quad stretch. So right hand grabs right foot, try to gently pull that in. If that's an easy transition, the next step would be shifting shoulders forward, maybe a teeny bit of a shoulder stretch. Good, release. Switch on the hands, grab that left one in. Okay, and as we release, take a moment with child pose, letting that spine rest after the back bend. You're absolutely welcome to stay here a bit longer, or if you know you're ready for a downward facing dog, you can start to rise up to that first one. Any movements that are nice, take them, whatever's feeling helpful. Good. Stay here a bit longer. If you're loving it, it's touching good spots. So eventually, when you're ready, what we'll head to after this is actually walking hands backwards. So a forward fold at the back of the mat. Good. Let's take one more inhale. Exhale. Inhale to rise all the way up. Just take a little back bend right at the top. You can join if you like. Hands at heart. So here, sometimes to get into that flow, we have to get the heart moving, get some things flowing. So we're gonna do a couple of rounds of Pilates push-ups. The idea when we're doing the push-up part is modifying if needed. So if you need to be on knees, that's okay. The big thing though, rather than pushing elbows wide, try to keep the elbows squeezing in and just lower that way, okay? So this push-up starts off like this. Inhale, circle up to side. Exhale, forward fold. Walk hands forward until plank, or you can drop down to knees and then take 5 push-ups, breathing each time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the hips up to down dog. Walk the hands backwards to back of mat. Next inhale to rise. Good. Let's do just one more round like that. When you're ready, inhale, circle up. Exhale, forward fold. Make your way forward at your own pace. About 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down dog. Walking back. Inhale to rise. Good. Feel this connection with the breath. Leave the left foot at the back. Right foot steps forward. As we're heading toward a pyramid, you can have hands going forward, such as on the shin or the floor if needed. But today, if the balance is here, maybe grip elbows from behind or take hands to prayer position, flipping up. So either way, let's start to bend at the waist. The legs are straight, the spine is straight until you're about that halfway point. And then you're welcome to gently round down. So I usually either gaze toward my front big toe, something that's easy to look at around that area, or back big toe, you choose. So that breath after the word. More inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, roll up. As you shift your weight into that right foot, float the left knee, balancing. Right hand takes over the outer thigh. Left arm opens up to a nice twist behind. Turn forward. Step this left foot forward. And then perhaps a different option with arms, maybe the same one. Approach it the same way, 2 straight legs. Keep the spine straight until about halfway. And then you're welcome to just relax the rest of the way down. Bending the knees, roll up. As we shift our weight onto front foot, float the right knee. Left hand to the outer thigh. Try to spiral, the other arm open. Beautiful. Return, drop the foot down. We'll take almost like a salutation variation that allows our spine to get some movements left and right. So we'll start off with a nice inhale, circle the arms up to sky. Leave the left hand, right hand comes to our low back, and then gaze over that right shoulder. Good, right hand up. Left hand to the low back, spiral. and up. Sitting back like we're going into a chair, hands at the heart. We'll try to hook the right elbow, nice little twist. Know that the variation here would be hooking wrist instead. And hands to heart. Left elbow. Hands to heart. Drop the hands down. And then gradually, as the legs are ready, let the legs straighten out just a bit more. Inhale, half lift, sliding hands up the shins. Exhale, plant the hands to the floor. Step the feet back to a nice plank. And from plank, rotate the right hip down just a little bit. And then left hip down. Good, right back through the center, lower chaturanga. As you take your back bend, don't force anything, it's as deep as you want to go. And then we're gazing over one shoulder, over the other shoulder. Good, through the center to down dog. This next one, if you cannot do the grip, you'll just gaze under your armpit instead. So take your right hand to the left shin, and then try to gaze under that left armpit, little spiral. Good. And switch it out, left hand to right, gazing under. Good, return. You can inhale. Exhale. Step walker, jump forward. Spine long, fingers on the floor or on the shin. Twist the right hand up to sky. And left hand. Hand down. Next inhale to rise, circle all the way up. Leave the hands up, one more spiral. Right hand to low back, use on the right shoulder. And up. Left hand. And up. Beautiful. Hands to the heart. Let's sit ourselves back like we're going into a chair. Remember, keep either the inner thighs squeezing together, or if you're separate, keep the knees over the feet. Good. So from here, hands drop down. They swing back as far as we can reach. And then opposite ways, high up as you reach. Good. Take that 2 more. And up. 1. Good. Hands to heart. We're hooking the right elbow or the right wrist to left thigh. Gaze down to the ground in front of that left foot. Shift your weight into left foot. When your balance is there, right foot slides back. Okay, when you're ready, all at once spiral open to warrior 2. Bend side angle, front elbow down, the other one reaches. Reverse. As we come up, straighten the front leg, triangle, reach the left hand forward, then left hand to shin, right hand up. Rising up to reverse triangle, so legs are still straight, right hand to right leg, left hand up. Good, and either go back to triangle forward or try out half moon today. The left hand lands to the outside angle of that left foot. Good. Trying to lift partway up with the torso, shift forward, and wrap the right thigh around eagle. Right elbow under. Then back up about halfway to half moon. And gently land the back foot, warrior two. Shorten the stance to warrior one. Hands to heart. Looking right elbow or opening that wrist instead. Gaze in front of the front foot. When you have balance, slide the right foot forward. Good, hands to heart, still sitting in the chair. Straight to the second side, arms drop down, sweep back. And up. 2. 1. Good, hands to heart. Looking left elbow. Gazing down, find something solid to look at. Shifting your weight into right foot. When your balance is there, left slides back. Open up warrior two. Extended side angle, front elbow down. Run the reaches. Reverse. You come up, straighten the front leg, triangle. Reach right hand forward, then rest on shin, other hand at the side. Reverse triangle, left hand to left leg, right hand up. Rising, either go back to triangle or half moon. Right hand rotating to that outside angle to help us. If that's okay, take a moment. If you need a sip of water, whatever you need. One more inhale. Exhale, try to float up with the torso for a moment. Wrap that left thigh around eagle. Left elbow under. Catching people, you're doing awesome. This is the hardest section. It'll get easier after this. So open back up that kind of halfway to half moon, then land the back foot. Warrior two. Shorten to warrior one. Hands to heart. With the left wrist or the left elbow. Gaze down. When you're ready, shift the foot forward. And hands to heart. Straighten the legs. Let's take hands to the back side of the hips. Pushing the hips forward, let the heart arch all the way up and down. Good. Switch it up, coming up. Hands rest on the thighs. Lean about halfway down, nice straight spine. coming up. Try to grab the right hand and the right foot together behind your back. We do want to feel the quad stretch, so if you're not there, pull the knee backward a couple of inches. Or scoop tailbone under and forward. That'll also get you right here. Releasing this side, grabbing left. That's okay. Scoop tailbone under or pull the knee back. Good. As we release down, grab onto each elbow, letting the arms rise up above head. What we're gonna do is a full circle with the elbows. Think of the core and the back being quite a bit engaged, so that way you're not injuring the low back at all. So core nice and supportive, squeeze it tight, and then start to lean the elbows over to the right. Round your way forward. Lean over to the left. And as you start to arch back a little bit, that's where we switch directions. Take it over to the other side. You can be as exaggerated as you want to. And let's take one more each direction. Good. Floating the arms up to the sky. Maybe let the fingers inch backwards, a slight back bend. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, a nice, easy half lift. Exhale, the hands slide down. Right foot slides to the back of the mat. And then we drop the right knee down. We want the front knee to not go past the toes. So if you need to scoot the front toes forward, that's okay. And what we'll do at our own pace is go back and forth gradually between hip shifting forward and then straightening the front leg. So your own pace, do 4 more. Some of us will be faster, some slower, it's okay. Keep count of it. When you finish your last set, pause at the spot where the leg is straight. We'll hold that just a little bit longer. If anybody wants to inch their way a bit closer towards splits, you could take that. Up to you. One more breath here. Sliding the foot back to where it was. Take the lunge shape, the bent knee. Right hand goes to the floor. Left hand has 2 options. It can either spiral open, reaching to the sky, or if this isn't bad for anybody yet, you can grab onto those back toes, pulling it in until the quad is in a gentle stretch. Not forceful, just however much feels okay. So inhale, exhale, release. Pick up the back knee. Get your stance to a place of balance so that you can float the arms up to sky. Going to take a nice warrior 3, balancing over the front leg. Good. Good. When you rise up, take it directly into tree. Maybe the foot's at the thigh, maybe it's at the calf. Touching the ground is fine. Hands can be at the heart or reaching up. Good. Drop this knee down. Second side, inhale, circle up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands down, slide left foot back, dropping the knee down. Your own pace for the 5 cycles, going forward and straightening the front leg. Remember, whenever you finish the 5th one, you'll pause at the straight leg part. If anybody wanted to get closer to splits, that's fine. Sliding the front foot back. Sink the hips forward again. Left hand stays planted. Right hand twists up, or perhaps some of us want to grab the back toes. Feel the heart opening. I almost like to lean my top shoulder back. Just keep myself very open-hearted. Beautiful. So as we release, bring the hands to the ground, lift up the back knee. Get your stance to a place of balance and then float the arms up. Warrior 3. And rising up directly to tree pose. That left foot comes maybe to the calf, maybe to the thigh. The hip rotating open. Good catch, hands to the heart, or sometimes sky works. Good, lowering down. Step the feet about as wide as the mat, toes turning out. And we're taking it into a nice Balasana pose. So squatting down, hands are in prayer position, and that helps to push the hips open. If you need a modification, you can always come up to a higher step to just push the hips. Connecting with our breath deeper and deeper. Stay, or if you'd like to try a crow, plant the hands, lift the knees up to the triceps. Sometimes you can play with one set of toes lifting, sometimes the other. Keep the breath flowing through it though. Sometimes this is an easy spot to lose it. Good, gently lowering down when you're finished with it. We'll plant one hand in front of us, one hand behind us. Gently lower down to sitting bones. So here I'm gonna give us one last little flowing challenge. This one's kind of hard, so not everybody maybe will be able to do this one. So I'm gonna start with the hardest option. The hardest option is rolling back. When we plant our feet, we come all the way up to stand. If you're doing this version, you're gonna go for 5 times and then lower back down. If that's not quite a variation you can do, what you'll do is practice the hips getting up. Just do what you can do. If that's even too much, just come and do some nice crunches and that'll help work the core for sure. So going through about 5 for those that can come up. When you're ready, go ahead. Yeah, use your breath. See if you can use your breath to help. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good, that was our last little warm up for our hips. So here, let's go into a pigeon. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, down. Stepping back to down dog. Put the right leg up to sky. Right knee slides underneath our body, pigeon. Put the back leg back. We'd like to try to lower to elbows, that's fine. Especially after working our heart up again, this is the moment where we really try to slow things down. The body and the mind, the emotions, when we're in stress, our breaths per minute tend to be about 15 to 20. When we can slow back down, our state of relaxation, rest, digest, that state is about 5 or 6 breaths per minute, somewhere around there. And you're keeping that easy breath flowing. Trying to remind the body I'm in a good state of flow. Well, you're welcome to stay with the sleeping pigeon, elbows down. If anybody wants to be in a back bend for just a little while, you can come up to hands. Maybe just hold here, creating extra space on the front of the left hip. Or maybe the left hand goes to that left foot behind us. So one more moment for that quad. Inhale. Exhale, release. Let's take a recovery through down dog. Or kneeling if you prefer that. Shifting around as much as you need to help the hips. And only when you're ready for second side, lift left hand up. Sorry, left foot up. And swing left foot under. Good. Sleeping pigeon if you like. So if you're ever noticing that you're in an anxious, stressed, panicked state, one thing you could try to help your breaths per minute slow down is make yourself hum through a couple of breaths. Because if you hum through the entire exhale, it naturally will lengthen it. So if you'd like to join me, we'll take 3 good hums, doing a nice inhale. Not only does it make it slower, but also that vibration of the hum helps to massage the inside of our body, the brainstem, the nerves. So again, you're welcome to stay, or if you wanted a moment with the back bend, come up to hands. And this one would be right hand trying to go to right foot. Gentle release. A recovery pose, maybe kneeling, maybe one more down dog. We come to sit. Let's plant our feet in front, taking just a couple of windshield wipers, a little bonus for the hips. And when we're comfortable to sit, let's take a couple of rounds of alternate nostril breathing. You can do this with touching, or you could do this psychically, just imagining that you're breathing in one side and out the other. If you're touching your right hand, you tuck down the pointer finger and the middle finger, then it's your thumb or your ring finger that blocks off one of the nostrils. Just remember, it's on the exhale that we switch sides. So I'll guide through 2 rounds, and then I'll give us a little bit more time to do another round or 2. Exhale is when we switch. So inhale, bowl. Exhale. Plugging off right, inhale left. Switch to exhale right. Inhale right. Switch to exhale left. Inhale left. Switch to exhale right. Inhale right. Switch to exhale left. You can go through perhaps another round or 2 on your own. Welcome to continue as long as this is still helpful. At the point when you're ready to be finished, you can either stay in a seated meditation through the end. If your body needs any last stretches, you can take stretches until you're ready for a shavasana. Basically, at this point, it's all up to you. Here we begin to deepen our inhales and exhales. Introducing little movements back to the body. Stretching it out. Maybe taking a nice fetal position off to one side. Do a bonus breath or two until eventually you feel ready to rise. No rush. As we join our hands together in front of the heart, we return back full circle to that idea of flow. And in our mind's eye, we recall perhaps moments in this last hour that we really felt flow. It's like the movements were just happening. The breath was expansive. And the mind, the mental quality was just quiet peace. And so perhaps with these little glimpses of flow or of being in the zone to lead us on, we recall we can return and be in the zone whenever we allow ourselves to drop into the stillness. No matter what activities we're doing, washing the dishes, driving, being in conversations with people. And there's such power to being right there in flow. It's like infinite possibilities are in front of us. We just get to choose. So with this idea of flow to lead us forward, let's wrap up the time we got to share together with the sound of Om. Deep inhale now. May we be filled with light, happiness, and peace. Namaste.